Turning to our other breaking news now out of Shawnee, where one of the victims has died from a shooting in a gun store. He was the co-owner of that store.
Now, this started about 4 hours ago. The gun store is called She's a Pistol, and it's at Johnson Drive and Neiman. Now, we have team coverage tonight of this shooting. We start first with our Garrett Hake, who is at that store for us and has more on this victim who we've learned has just passed.
Yeah, Johnny, his name was John Beaker. He was the co-owner of the gun store behind me along with his wife. We've now learned that he has succumbed to his injuries after what police describe as a wild shootout inside that store. Began around 2 o'clock this afternoon when 4 suspects tried to hold up the She's a Pistol gunshot. Police aren't sure yet just how the violence started, but when it did, it got intense. Beaker's wife, the other co-owner, was hit several times in the face with fists or something else as the scene erupted into a gun battle. Beaker and 3 of the 4 suspects were all hit to some degree by bullets. All 4 suspects have since been captured. 2 at the scene and 2 were well enough to have fled to a house a few blocks away. The Shawnee police say the Beakers were well known in this area and well thought of as neighbors to the police department.
You know, they're a local business owner. We appreciate them being right next door to City Hall. They are really nice people.
Now, as for the suspects, the 2 suspects captured inside the gun store were both in critical condition when they were taken into custody. If we get any update on their condition, we'll be back with you. But for now, reporting live in Shawnee, Garrett Hake, 41 Action News.
And our team coverage continues now with Cynthia Newsom. She is also near that gun store. And Cynthia, people must be in shock over what they've seen tonight.
Oh, they are indeed. I want to show you something. This is Neiman Street here at 57th Terrace, right in front of She's a Pistol. And there's been a heavier stream of traffic earlier this evening. Of course, some of it was rush hour. Traffic still flowing here tonight. But some people are actually slowing down and taking a look at the place where the now fatal shooting happened here earlier today. And some people who actually knew the owners or maybe were customers of She's a Pistol are pulling in the parking lot here across the street. I talked with one man, his name is Lance Shelby, and he actually picked up his son early today from school when he heard about the shooting. He was concerned that maybe the school could be a target. When he realized everything was safe, he decided to bring his son here to the scene.
It becomes real all of a sudden. You know, you hear about it, you know, every day. First thing you see on the news is it seems like people shot, killed, this and that. And it's sad, but that's the way it is right now. And so since it's going on like that, I want to make sure he kind of understands how important it is to make sure that you make good decisions every day.
So there are some heavy hearts here tonight. I talked with a woman who knows the owners, and she was actually in the parking lot across the street just sitting and staring, watching the crime scene investigators doing their job. I can tell you that we do have some new information here tonight. We have just learned from the ATF that they are now involved in this investigation, and they are across the street in the building now cataloging those guns. Reporting live, Cynthia Newsom, 41 Action News.
Okay, thank you, Cynthia. And during the shooting, several nearby schools did go on lockdown, as well as Wonderscope Children's Museum. The schools and the museum locked the doors completely, and they did not allow anyone to come inside.
She's a Pistol incorporated in 2009 and received a federal firearms license in 2011. A spokesperson with the ATF says She's a Pistol has a good compliance history. Rebecca Beaker is one of the founders of that store, and in February of 2013, she spoke to 41 Action News and said her store is geared toward women and sales had been strong.